Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day wherever you are in the world. Today I'm going to be kind of bringing back, I guess a series, I don't know what to call it, where I do like a videos type thing called Let's Talk. And these are usually more personal topics and things like that. And I just do a quick little, this is what this is to me or things like that. And as a way to kind of connect with the community, be like, hi guys, I'm here. If you've been through something similar, let me know. I got you. You can be there for me, I can be there for you. It'll be great. But also just to give you guys kind of an inside look on myself and my life and my feelings and what goes on inside my head, because it can be a really dark and scary place. But then all of a sudden you'll like take a turn and it'll be like Candyland, and then like, you know, we're back in the woods facing the, you know, monster that's trying, or the, you know, we're in the upside down or something. Like, it's a weird place. But today I want to bring the series back. I'm going to be doing some more of these types of videos, so I hope you guys like them. Today I wanted to talk about my personal health struggles and kind of where that's been recently. This is the reason that during quarantine I didn't film at all, because this kind of started at the beginning of quarantine, and I was kind of focused on that, and didn't have the motivation to do anything other than what I absolutely had to do. So yes, so that's kind of where I've been and why I've not been here. My computer is yelling at me again. But I do want to give you guys kind of a quick, just this is what I deal with on a daily basis. I am blessed that none of my pre-existing conditions before everything that happened in quarantine, they have never been life-threatening. So I have been able to live a pretty normal and, you know, chill life. I was diagnosed with hypoglycemia and IBS in high school, and thankfully those are both very easily controlled, as long as you know what you're doing and you have great doctors, which I do. So I was able to very kind of quickly get those things under control. Those are two things though that even with medication and doing your best to keep everything controlled, sometimes things just happen. And you just deal with it. Sometimes my blood sugar drops even though I ate dinner 20 minutes ago, or my stomach just hates me one day. Those types of things happen, but you learn to live with it, and it's easily controllable. So I guess the next thing, when I was getting my associate's degree, which I did 2014, 2016, kind of, you know, right after high school, obviously, I started to have pretty severe panic attacks quite often, mainly because I loved what I was doing but also kind of didn't at the same time. It was very overwhelming because I felt like I wasn't doing it for myself. I felt like I was doing it for my family, my extended family, as like a connection to my dad. But don't ever do something for, don't ever do that. Don't ever do something to make others happy. Like, buy somebody flowers, great, that makes somebody happy, but you know what I mean, because caused me some severe panic attacks. It was just not a good time. Was just rough. I was seeing doctors and I was back in therapy for a little bit, and finally was able to kind of get things under control when I graduated and left and went on to get my bachelor's degree from the school that I just recently graduated from. So through my associates and bachelor's, there's obviously always going to be like ups and downs and things like that medically, but And during my bachelor's degree, the last 4 years, I thought that I kind of had everything more under control. I hate to say it, but I was kind of used to not feeling great most of the time. I always, I either stomach hurt, sometimes I got really bad headaches and migraines. I still get them often-ish, not really. I've been getting them recently. That's just because I needed new glasses, but those were on the way. But I was kind of just used to feeling ugh most of the time. And sometimes I would feel absolutely great and I'd be like, guys, let's go, let's do this, let's have a great time. But I was also just really good at kind of masking it and just doing things and living my daily life, not feeling great. But it had become so normal that I just kind of was like, well, that's just how I'm gonna feel for the rest of my life and we'll be great. However, at the beginning of quarantine, I started to just feel dizzy more often, just not feeling great. And then in April, at the beginning of April, I started to I blacked out once, and then I started to get like really, really dizzy to the point where I get like violently like nauseous and throw up, and like it was just not great. I had a panic attack right after the second time I blacked out, and had started to go to doctors, my doctor, and he'd called for a bunch of tests, and there was just a lot going on. If you want the like specifics of what was going on, what test I was doing, what exactly was going on, how I was feeling, stuff like that, I do have a blog post on it up on my blog right now, which I will link down below. That kind of goes more into detail about what was happening, and how I was personally feeling, and things like that. But overall, after months of dealing with it, going back and forth between doctors, things like that, doing a bunch of tests, one night in August, yes, August, I didn't think about that. One night in August, I ended up in the emergency room after having passed out and then having my body seize up on me. No, I was not having a seizure, but my body, because I was coherent and I was there, and my body wasn't shaking, but it was tensing and I couldn't lift my head and things like that. So, went to the ER. Horrible experience. Maybe that's for another video. But I called my doctor the next morning, went in. After having explained everything to him, he quickly realized what was going on. After everything we'd been through, he was like, this is like the one thing that we haven't thought of, the one thing that we haven't talked about. And we figured out that it was all based on my anxiety. It was a physical manifestation of my anxiety because I was not dealing with it the way that I should have. I thought I felt a lot better than subconsciously I did. And it was a physical manifestation. It was kind of like my body's way of going, hey, I need you to focus on me. I need you to deal with stuff. So I've been on medication, and I recently started therapy after many years of not going to therapy. And I'm feeling a lot better. I still am sleepy often, but that's just because of medication. But I don't feel sick all the time. My stomach doesn't hurt all the time. Feeling with, my head feeling just kind of fuzzy, things like that, like that's not happening anymore, and it's great, and I am very happy and I'm very excited to move on with my life now that I have answers for the issues that I've been dealing with during quarantine. So that is like a really quick overview of my life's health issues, but what led up to what was going on during quarantine, and how I was dealing with things. Like I said, if you want more details and things like that, I do have a blog post of what happened during quarantine up on my blog. that is again why I was not posting, why I was just not here. I haven't been here for a really long time. But at the beginning of quarantine, I was like, oh great, like this will give me time to, you know, get back to YouTube, because I really do love this. I have a really hard time of getting overwhelmed with other things that are happening in my life, and sadly this is kind of always one of the first things that I just like push aside, and I really wish I didn't do that, so I'm gonna work on that. But you know, it was my senior year in college, you know, my thesis, all those things, so I was kind of everywhere but where I personally wanted to be. But I am doing better and I am back, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be doing kind of more videos of serious topics. I don't know if you want to call this a serious topic, but yes, it was a serious topic for me for months because it was really scary. Cried a whole bunch, but I am back. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, or you want to tell me about something going on in your life, please leave it down in the comments below, because I would love to hear from you guys. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day.